Hey y'all, what's up? If it ain't him, her, them, or she, yes, me. Yeah, what's up? Uniquely she. Back here with another bitch, dick. Listen, see, I miss her. I need to react to one of her videos. Um, but nah, today I woke up, yeah, alright. And this little, like, the Google notifications, this alert popped up, well, notification. And they had said it had said something about it had said something about like a solar flare, solar blackout, something in that nature. So I was reading it, I was like, what? And then when I looked it up on here, I noticed it was a video that was just done like 3 days ago about this specifically. So I'm like, you know what? Just go ahead. We about to check it out, see what's going on. So yeah, this was popping for that morning. I ain't all the way up, but I'm up. So let's see what is giving, what it's talking about. No, I'm not. I can't hear it. What's going on? Can y'all hear anything? Cause I can't. Yeah, I don't know what. Okay, I'm just read it. I hope y'all can hear me though. If y'all can't hear me, I delete this live and I do another one later on. But yeah. I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but I'm trying to learn. And sheesh. Yeah, I see that hole is kind of big. And then like just looking at this, are y'all prepared for a blackout? Like I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but it just like certain things like this made me think sometimes like, are you really prepared and ready for the unknown and the if or the maybe or the hey anything can happen. I don't know how to read this. I gotta call one of my friends. I know they can tell me what I'm looking at. I mean, I know that spider showing at the regular show for August 28th. That was just Did y'all hear anything I said? Cause now I feel like it's just too much going on with the volume even. And then let me see. Global blackout. See what they're talking about. And that just made me think like I need to stock up on candles, batteries. I mean, I think I got enough batteries, but candles definitely for the light. And then like those stick things they're go in the yard, but then it'd be so creepy to have those out. And of course it's black everywhere else.
Power suddenly went out for millions of people. And not just for hours, but for months, maybe even years, throwing our world into chaos, crippling everything from communication to food and water distribution. It sounds like the start of a post apocalyptic movie, but there's a real possibility that it could happen. It's called a low probability, high consequence event. A massive solar storm could knock out electrical power and wreak havoc on nearly every aspect of modern life. But it's not something we're really preparing for, because for most of us, it just doesn't register as a big threat. But here's the thing, it's happened before. If you were around on September 1st, 1859, it would have been a pretty weird day. As the sun set, the night sky lit up with a brilliant light show. These were auroras, electrically charged particles from the sun colliding with the Earth's atmosphere. And they were so bright in some parts of the world, you could read a newspaper outside in the middle of the night. You could even see these auroras as far south as Hawaii. They had never been seen before. And what little electronics we had back then, well, they suddenly went haywire. Telegraph lines overloaded and threw sparks. Even lit telegraph paper on fire. This was the solar storm of 1859, often referred to as the Carrington event. And if it happened today, well, it could knock us back 100 years to a pre electrical age. So, what exactly is a solar storm? It's basically a catch all term for when the sun erupts a bunch of mass and energy into space. And it usually starts with sunspots, cooler areas on the surface of the sun that form over areas of intense magnetic activity. And it's these sunspots that are tied to an increase in phenomenon known as solar flares and coronal mass ejections, or CME for short. Solar flares are energetic explosions. They can blast enormous amounts of energy and particles towards Earth. While a lot of it is deflected by the Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere, solar flares can still interfere with communications and navigation systems. But it's a large CME that can cause real chaos for modern technology. It's an eruption of the sun's magnetized plasma that is then carried to Earth by solar wind, where it can overwhelm the Earth's magnetic field. All of this activity tends to peak about every 11 years or so. A flurry of particularly bad solar flares and CMEs can cause real havoc to our electrical systems, potentially throwing large parts of the world into darkness. We've had
Mm-hmm.
glimpses of what this can do to modern technology. In 1989, a CME much smaller than the Carrington event hit Canada's province of Quebec, damaging electrical transformers and leaving 3 million people without electricity. And we had a pretty big scare in 2012. It looked like a CME on the scale of the Carrington event might hit Earth.
The electric power grid would be wiped out by the current. Lights and computers, transportation, hospitals, all would go down. The study warns it would be a disaster, far worse than anything we have seen before.
It ended up passing through Earth's orbit and missing the Earth by a margin of 9 days. But had it hit us, we might still be picking up the pieces years later. Geomagnetically induced currents could have damaged hundreds of high voltage electrical transformers, all at the same time, crippling our electrical grid. And it's not like we keep a bunch of spare transformers stored away somewhere. It would take months or years to fully repair and replace damaged infrastructure. And the consequences of that, far reaching and devastating. The problem is the cost of protecting our electrical infrastructure from a Carrington level event would run into the billions. But at least we'll see the next one coming. Our ability to monitor the sun's activity is improving quickly. We're now collecting data on everything from solar wind, sun oscillations, The changes in the sun's magnetic field will now have some warning before the next Carrington level event happens, and that might give us some time to prepare, kind of like we would for a major hurricane.
You
We
be
could
like,
preemptively shut down electrical systems, or even large portions of the grid. But all of this would take serious coordination between government and private industry. And there's been some progress on that too. Countries around the world are taking the threat more seriously. There's a bill before US Congress to further improve solar storm observation capability and to better coordinate the response of agencies.
yeah,
if
because
one
it's like,
hits.
yeah, just
It's
think
not a
about
matter
it.
of
One
if,
day y'all wake
but
up
when
and
the
everything
next
is
one
all
hits.
black.
It's been 150
TV don't
years
work.
since the Carrington event.
No work.
Maybe we can take
And
some
if it's
comfort in
that
the fact
bad
that
to
it
where
might
stuff
well
is
just
just
be another
catching on
150
fire
years until
from
the
being
next big one
plugged
hits.
up, oh man.
That damn CNN. Always trying to get me scared about some. Okay. All right.
Well, I pray to God that that doesn't happen. But then it just make you think. Keep your eye open. Always stay prepared because you never know. Anything can happen overall. But it's early, y'all. I wanted to check this out with y'all because I had a lot going on and it was just like, huh? What? For real? So it's time I need to do my emergency stock up and hope y'all enjoy your day. Have a blessed one, night, day, whatever you in. Enjoy your boo, and I'll see you on another one.